I told my fiancée my daughter has to be in our wedding. I have a daughter, Polly, from a previous relationship. I divorced my ex-wife on good terms, and we share 50-50 custody of Polly. She is now 11. After I divorced my ex-wife, I met my now fiancée, Sharon. Sharon and my daughter got along very well. After 5 years in my relationship with Sharon, I proposed. Sharon was super excited and wanted to start planning right away. She looked at venues and started asking her friends to be her bridesmaids. She then told me she wanted her niece to be a flower girl, which I had no problem with, but I said I also wanted Polly to be a flower girl. Sharon looked at me funny, and then said that she didn't think that Polly would fit the part. I got angry and told Sharon that my daughter would be in our wedding. Sharon started to become upset and said that the girls in the wedding were up to her, and Polly wouldn't be one of them. I told Sharon that if Polly wasn't in the wedding, then there might not be a wedding. I stormed out and took Polly to get ice cream. Polly knows we are getting married, and told me she thinks she will look pretty. Whatever dress Sharon decides she should wear, this broke my heart, and I decided to text Sharon. I told her I would be staying at a friend to think this over. My mill texted me saying I am overreacting and that my daughter doesn't have to be in my wedding, and I was an ass for saying that I would cancel. Update 15 hours later. Hey Reddit, thank everyone for all the kind words and suggestions. To answer a few questions, my daughter is not disabled, chubby, or having an awkward phase, braces, glasses. I did ask if Polly could be a groomsman. Sharon immediately shot me down. Sharon is 39, she is the same race as my daughter, this is her first marriage. I tried to answer and many comments as possible. I came home to talk to Sharon today. When I pulled in our driveway, my Mill was sitting there in her car. I got out and went inside trying to avoid talking to Mill. Sharon was sitting at the kitchen table and I joined her. She sat in silence, so I asked the first question, why does Polly not fit the part, and why don't you want her in the wedding at all? Her answer full-on shocked me. She quietly said, I was hoping that after the wedding you could become a holiday visit only dad. I didn't want her in the wedding, so she wouldn't be in the photos around the house, since she wasn't going to be around much. I kept my cool, calmly took her hand and pulled my engagement ring off. Her eyes started to tear up. She said we shouldn't end the marriage over this, and that she can change. I told her the damage was already done. I told her I wanted her things moved out by next week, and that she could come get them when my daughter wasn't home. The house is in my name and I paid for it. I was allowing her to get her furniture that she paid for. She stormed out and Mill came knocking on the door saying I was being unreasonable. I couldn't imagine only seeing my daughter 3 or 4 times a year. The fact that Sharon wanted me to give up part of my custody blew me away. I'm sitting on my couch, just in shock. Our honeymoon was supposed to be in Hawaii. Looks like me and Polly will be going instead. I will update again if anything happens.